opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of the station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Jodi Face Show. It is my awesome privilege to introduce to you today the Executive Director of the Riverside Mission right here in Moose Jaw, and this is Scott Alger. Welcome, Scott.
Thank you very much for having us.
Good to be here with us, and good to be here with this television program that really is about helping hands united. We come together and we become part of a positive message in the world, and as far as I understand, Riverside really is a positive project for the city of Moose Jaw, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and we're very excited about what we do and what we have to offer.
Oh, that's neat. Now, how long have you been with the mission?
I have been with the mission going on just over 3 years.
Okay, so kind of watching a lot of transition and change as I understand it. Tell us, when did the mission start in Moose Jaw and how has it evolved to bring us to this place today?
Well, the first building was purchased in 2006. It was an old building somewhere on River Street. I think that's where it got it, the mission got its name. It was a building that they had started renovating, and then when the Mosaic Place came in, there was a sale. They ended up selling it to allow for Mosaic Place,
okay.
And then got the building that we presently have in 2008.
Okay, and you're located at 40 Manitoba Street?
East, yes.
East, okay.
Yeah,
and there's been a lot of busyness going on. There's been a lot of people in and out, and tell us, what does the Riverside Mission do on a day-to-day basis? What does it look like there?
Well, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have a community lunch. We're open to everybody from the community to come in, and we have a soup and sandwich lunch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as I said, from 11:30 till 1.
Okay.
And then on Mondays and Wednesdays from 5 till 6 we offer a hot supper.
Okay.
And, so then we also run a men's emergency shelter, which is open 7 days a week and available. And we have transitional apartments. We have a program for men who are in transition from addictions, and they're coming there to recover and sort of go on with a stable and healthy life.
Okay, so how many transitional beds, how many emergency shelter beds or bedrooms do you have available?
Okay, the transitional beds, we have 4 apartments.
Okay.
So we have, each person will have their own apartment. And we have 8 beds in the emergency shelter.
Okay, so you say that your lunches are open to the public to join you. If I were to come, can I buy lunch there, or am I part of the welcome and the free lunch program that you're offering?
No, you come in and we have no, if somebody came and gave us a donation, we would gladly accept it, but we have no expectation. You come on in, you come and have a meal, and we do have good meals. We're known for our meals. And we also have a really good place to visit. Like it's when you come in, you don't feel like you're just shuffled in and served. It's got a nice atmosphere.
Nice.
And so,
very nice. Now, as a viewer watching your show today, I'm assuming you have volunteers who are helping to power the Riverside Mission today, but you can always use more. Tell us about your volunteer program.
We are totally dependent on volunteers for a lot of what we do. We have an awful lot of help. Our kitchen is the biggest known area, and so we have groups that come in, and it also allows for group participation. So they'll come in and make the meal, or I'll serve the meal if they need us to make it, they don't have time or whatever. And there's a lot of camaraderie that happens through that. But we're developing right now our booklet that will
Okay.
say how other ways that people can volunteer.
Oh, okay, so we're right
so
on
there's
cutting edge here.
We're on a cutting edge, and so I'll stammer a little bit as I'm trying to figure out all the things that we do, but do look for our booklet, and it'll be complete fairly soon. But there are things that we can do, maintenance kind of work.
Okay.
As far as like in the kitchen, we've got a lot of people preparing meals, but we also need people who would regularly come in and rotate things on the shelves, make sure the shelves are clean, the dishes, the shelves that hold the dishes and things like that. We, it would be handy to have somebody come in and do the kitchen laundry, like the dishcloths and the aprons and the hair nets and stuff like that. There's rotation of foods and keeping the cooler and the freezers sort of current and sort of digging stuff up from the bottom of the freezer, so we use those first and don't get freezer burn. We're looking at other things. We have different kinds of needs. Sometimes in the buildings we need painting. We need different types of skills. I can't think of anything at the moment, but as they come up, like we'll need some counters and shelves that we want to build and put in a dining hall.
So you could use someone with handyman type skills who would just be willing to show up on a regular basis, and you knew you could count on someone coming in and say, okay, we do have a few projects we
something
could
like
handle.
that. Yes, that would work. We could probably use some help in a technological area. Like we're looking to set up I think Facebook is set up. And what's the website, and so somebody who would maintain, update that.
Okay, so a little bit of help
like
with your technology and IT, that's, I think, what we would call that. What about some of the programs that you run with your residents or your clients? Are there some different programs that you'd like to implement if you had more volunteers?
Well, we're looking at, we're finding that people need a place to go where it's safe to socialize.
Okay.
And so we could open up our dining hall more, for coffee or pie or whatever, if we had people who would come in and kind of help supervise and staff that, so that people could come in and have a safe place to come. We were just given a donation of a flat screen TV. We could put up something and have a movie night or whatever, and there's different kinds of things, but all of that takes people to come in and volunteer and staff it.
Okay, let's talk about this television, because I heard a little whisper as to how crazy cool this story is. So you have a guy in the kitchen.
So we're having lunch.
Yeah.
And our cook, our volunteer cook, and Melissa, our administrator, Melissa was commenting on how we're getting all these calls asking if we want television sets, and we don't have room to store them.
Okay.
And we don't have enough people to give them away to. And so our volunteer cook, Kevin, said, well, what we actually need for the dining hall is a flat screen television set, one of those flat ones that we could mount up on the wall. And not 20 minutes later, a man came up, a fellow who had been doing some work for us in the apartments, and he said, do you guys need a flat 50-inch screen TV?
A 50-inch screen?
50-inch screen TV. And so it came just before we came to the studio. It was delivered, and so now we have to mount it on the wall, and we look forward to being able to have a movie night.
Wow, so a new program just grew because somebody donated the television that Kevin felt like you needed. So as far as that, are there other ways that people in the community can donate to you, financially or with gifts in lieu? Like, how does that work for the community?
People can donate financially. We have we gladly accept anybody's money. They can donate gifts in lieu. We have a lot of places that will give us food. We have good food donations. They may donate labor. They may donate furniture. We have gifts that way, clothing and so on.
Okay.
We encourage people just to even come down, even if they don't feel that they can offer something specific. We invite people to come down and visit with the folks who are down there. Lonely people need friends, and we need bodies for that.
That's right. Well, that's exciting. And so I can see how the programs can grow for the future. What are the immediate future needs? When you think of where Riverside is going to go and how the mission can grow, what would you say?
Well, we are working toward trying to develop a women's shelter.
Okay.
What we offer is the soup kitchen, or the community meals are open to both, but the shelter, the emergency shelter is only to men, transitional housing is only
Okay.
to men. So we would like to expand that so that we could include a program for women.
Okay.
And that's first on our list of what the next place that we want to move to.
Okay.
And so we're waiting for finances to allow us to do that.
Okay. And what about some of the teaching programs like math and some of that kind of stuff? If you had more volunteers in those areas, would you be able to grow a math program or some of those kinds of things?
I think if we had the right people, our opportunities are limitless. There's all sorts of things that we could do, we could offer, and so yes, you know, like our if we got somebody with a specific skill that they want to share that might help somebody to gain better skills so that they can go on and succeed independently, then we would take that.
All right. Well, I hear a place that has been powered by a vision and volunteers in this community. I hear a vision that is being extended to us, something that we can actually plug into and partner with you and help grow this program. And we just want to say thank you, Moose Jaw, for what you've given to the Riverside Mission, and encourage you, Scott, and your team over there to just keep on keeping on. And we look forward to hearing back just in a moment from both Scott and Melissa about how they have come to actually serve at Riverside Mission, a little bit of their personal stories.